call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes, Columbus, Ohio, and the old horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Indiana Hoosiers, taking on last year's national champion, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Buckeyes will put total leather and will get started. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. The give to the tailback. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And that's what makes this defense so difficult to run against. They've got guys up front that just push offensive linemen backwards. They basically push the blockers right into the lap of that running back.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. To the air. It's Mendoza. He's got him. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield, and he moves the sticks.
And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
And the Hoosiers have it with a 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. He's got an open man. Turning on the Jets. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down.
Yeah, this defense is going to have a plan for this tight end, especially when he lines up in the slot, because there's a lot of different routes he can run, and because of his size and his wingspan, he's very, very difficult to cover.
They'll run the toss. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this 1st drive.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Well, on the opening drive of the game, establishing a rhythm and a cadence offensively is really, really important. They've done some good things on this 1st drive to put them in this situation. Obviously, you just threw an incompletion on 2nd down. You're likely going to throw it again here right now. The quarterback has just got to settle in. Timing is important. Get rid of the ball on time. Trust your read and execute this passing play if you're throwing.
Wants to throw. It's Mendoza. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
And if you turned on the tape last week, you're getting more of the same in the 1st quarter. This defense last week harassing the QB with 6 sacks. Now getting out the gates in the 1st quarter and getting their 1st one.
No good. Kicker couldn't quite get it through, and the scoreboard remains the same.
You can't miss opportunities like that. You're playing on the road in a hostile environment. You're trying to seize momentum right out of the gate. You get a nice drive to start the game, and then you miss the field goal. You don't get any points to show for that. And if they're going to win this one, guys, they've got to take advantage of those types of opportunities.
Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
Well, you see a great individual effort there that time, and you can see the skills this guy has, and he just reminds me sometimes of the great Ohio State backs we've seen in the past, right? You think of Archie Griffin and his 2 Heisman trophies, Ezekiel Elliott, J.K. Dobbins. This guy right here with his skill set, he's got the chance to be the next great Buckeye back.
And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
And the Buckeyes are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Starting to feel a little pressure. He throws back across his body, and it's picked off. Didn't get a ton on the return, but the most important thing, he got the ball, and they've got it at the 48.
Zone equals eyes. When I say that, DBs, linebackers, all covering the middle of the field. So many guys over the middle of the field trying to take away the easy stuff, but reading the quarterback's eyes the whole time. Whenever he breaks to throw that football and that hand separates from the ball, I'm breaking on it, and you could tell they had a beat on it. Nice cut, nice instincts. Give me that INT.
It's caught downfield. Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Looking to throw, it's Mendoza. He's got his man across the middle. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down.
Look, I know this offense didn't have the opening drive of the game they would have liked, but the defense now came away with a massive takeaway. Now you're seeing how that affects the offense. They're playing with a little bit of a pep in the step. Nice throw there, getting the first.
Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Indiana! Haul that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score.
Speed kills this offense. They've got multiple guys that can burn you. You can see it doesn't take them long to light up the scoreboard.
They get set for the point afters. We have the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, guys, got a final score in a big CUSA matchup for you. Louisiana Tech was able to cap off a close one in Ruston with a narrow victory. And that's the mark of a solid program. Pile up wins, build on games like these, and remain focused on the big picture. Guys, I look at the preseason coaches poll and compare it to where CUSA is right now, and man, what a difference.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Back to pass on 2nd down. Finds a man on the left. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield. Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. Looking downfield, it's St. Clair. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
So now it's 2nd and long. Got it in the middle, it's Thurman. Oh, he's getting ahead of Steve. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit to the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Incomplete, and he threw that one up for grabs and into traffic, and fortunate to get it back.
You just wonder if the quarterback's trying to get it all back after throwing a pick the last time out. This time, that was not a good read. The defender was all over that throw. He should have intercepted that, but thanks...
Wide open spaces. He's loose. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
Huge play. It's so nice to have guys that can create these explosive plays like this. You hand it to him, he can do the rest. Look at the speed, look at the elusiveness, get into the end zone. Nice run.
And the point after is good. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Back to throw, it's Mendoza. Finds his man, it's Cooper. At the 40, there he goes. And he picks up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
Making a play like that to open the drive can really get the momentum going. First down from the 43. And good coverage by the defense, just a short game.
Defense, man, it helps you a lot. You could be a linebacker or a corner or some safety, anybody, and you see the QB throw the football. Now I can break on the football right away and limit gains like right here on this play.
Quickly to the flat, the wide receiver screen. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. Wants to throw it. And the missed connection on third down.
I know that one hit the ground, but you haven't seen that a lot. He completed over 70% of his throws in their last game. He's over 80% in this game. My old offensive coordinator, Sean Payton, used to say, bore me with completions. This guy will put you to sleep.
The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Back to pass, it's St. Clair. Fires to the wideout. Caught over the middle, it's Tate. And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a first down. This noise, this crowd, and you can feel the jolt of energy going through the Buckeyes.
Well, everybody loves 5-yard runs, Reese, but come on, let's get real. When you're chucking the ball down the field and you got great quarterback play and wide receivers out wide that are making plays, fans go nuts, and the Horseshoe is one of the loudest places in all of college football.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, oh, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on, and I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on third and long from the 41. Makes the grab. He's pushed out of bounds inside the 40 and the 38, and these guys are on the move.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. You saw it right there.
Hey, listen, I'm going to look across the board if I'm a quarterback, and I'm going to find my matchups, and I got man-to-man, and I got a corner route. I throw that thing towards the sideline, let my receiver do the rest, and he does. Goes up and catches the football while he's being guarded and contested. That's a tough catch.
He's knocked down for a loss of 7.
A lot of times offenses will do the FIB. Into the boundary, try to take advantage of you necessarily spreading out, sending more resources to the field, try to take advantage. Offense gave it a whirl, but the defense, they did not move. They did their assignments, got the TFL.
Makes the grab. They make the tackle just outside the end zone, but it'll be first and goal from the 1.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
The Buckeyes have it in scoring position on first and goal. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
So on offense, you've got to find a way to put 6 up on the board. You know that in this game, field goals may not get it done. So big-time players make big plays in big games. Who can you rely on right now to get you a touchdown?
Can the D deny them on second and goal? Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4. Well, they called that an ISO play, and it was isolated for a loss.
And they try to isolate a linebacker inside and really run the football right at you, right down the middle. But you better move those big defensive linemen out of the way and create some space. They didn't do it, and you could tell that's why the ball went nowhere.
Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. It's third and goal and a long way from the end zone. To throw, it's St. Clair. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming. And they'll send out the field goal unit. And the holder will spot it on the 14 for a 24-yard attempt. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And with that, they've taken the lead. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Going for it all. Intercepted, and now he's up to 14. Bringing him back. He was hoping for that interception return for the touchdown, but he's brought down at the 27.
QB never saw the defender. He's staring his receiver down, telegraphing his throw, and the DB jumped all over that.
They're going to throw it to start the drive. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
The gun leaves it on the inside with the back. He's stopped after a 1-yard pickup at the 25.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical enough.
They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. They run into a bit of trouble here. 3rd and long from the 25, and the last thing they want is to get knocked out of field goal range. Trying to hit the sideline on the right. They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, nice job there by the running back. They toss it to him, and he's able to kind of weave his way for a very good gain for this offense.
Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. They're in makeable field goal range. They could tie the game, but instead they'll go for it on 4th down. The Buckeyes get it past the sticks.
4th and 1, I got to know my situation. I got to know I can't mess around as a running back. I got to get through the hole, make the 1st down. No matter what, if I got to run somebody over, I'm running straight downhill, straight for those sticks, making sure I get that 1st down.
Looking left. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
They'll run it from the gun. Wrestled to the ground, but he's inside the 10 and down to the 9. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. Now the play fake. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down.
Great job by the defense dialing up some pressure on 3rd down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
They could tie the game here with a field goal, but instead looks as if they'll go for it on 4th down. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Grabbed in the middle, it's Peoples. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
And they decide to go for it. They decide to be aggressive, try to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback, not on the same page. No dice, turnover on downs.
Looking to pass, it's Mendoza. Pocket breaking down. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Offense gets set for 2nd down. The run from the shotgun. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage. The defense going to stop the clock with the timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Hang on, Swoopy. The Buckeye crowd alive on 3rd down. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. He is denied. Cannot get to the 1st down marker, and it's 4th down coming. The Hoosiers send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. we are just about ready to start the second half. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Trying to set the tone on the ground in the second half. He breaks it. It's loose. It's as if that ball had a magnet going back to the offense. How in the world did they keep it? And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. And the Buckeyes can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. To the air, it's St. Clair. Looking down the middle. It's caught. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. This is one of the great atmospheres in the sport, but this crowd demands to be entertained, and they are entertained right now.
Yeah, and when you got playmakers that you can throw the ball to down the field like Ohio State does consistently every year, you always expect this. This fan base goes nuts because year after year they have elite playmakers.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. To the ground with the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
No doubt, offense wants to keep running the football to win this game, but I'm wondering if they're starting to go to the well too often. They got to start showing some new wrinkles here in the second half.
Pressure coming. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
Absolutely perfect. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, we've got a final to let you know about. A game happening inside CUSA today.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. First play of the drive, wants to throw. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
In the last couple of weeks, man, you're getting a lot of consistency from this QB. And you got to love it as a play caller, man. You can drop him back. You can throw the ball a ton. You can trust him. Getting the ball to different wide receivers. He's really in a good groove the last couple of games.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Dropping back, it's Mendoza. Extending the play. And the heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. And this defense, this crowd, this atmosphere, it can rattle an offense in a hurry.
You can shake them up, and you can get to the quarterback and affect them. We all know they become very human. They start seeing things, and with this crowd, they can't hear anything. This place is going absolutely nuts. Nice job rushing the passer, igniting the crowd.
On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. He couldn't find anywhere to go, and now it's fourth down. And the Hoosiers will line up to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. First snap in this drive will come from the 46. Wants to throw on first down. Finds his big tight end. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
so surprised we have not been calling this guy's name more. He's one of the best tight ends in the country, but give the defense credit. They have had an outstanding game plan limiting him so far. That's only his second catch of the game.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Unloads to the wideout. Got him downfield. Run out of bounds after the long game, but they've got it down first and goal.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
The Buckeyes have it in scoring position on first and goal. Looking downfield, it's St. Clair. Gets rid of it. He's got it on the run. Touchdown, Ohio State. Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
And this QB starting to do some work, man. The big explosive play in the passing game. You get inside the 10, you're thinking run. Everybody thinking run. You back it up with another pass, another great throw, and quickly this offense gets right to the end zone.
And they tacked on the extra point. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. To the air on first down. The sure hands, it's Hemby. Oh, a lot of space. They'll mark him out of bounds at about the 29-yard line.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting them the football, letting them get some positive yards.
And guys, with the empty backfield on second and short, might they take a shot here? Wants to go up top. He's going to fire deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on second down. The third down's coming up.
Well, the best thing that's happened so far in this game for this offense has been looking this guy's way and giving him a shot. He has their only touchdown in this game, so they're trying to take another shot down the field. Good job in coverage defensively. You've got to be aware of where this guy is because right now he's been their biggest playmaker.
He'll do it himself on the draw.
You know, we talk about quarterbacks having to make quick decisions, and I think you saw it on that play. Nobody opened downfield, and he just decided to take off.
The Hoosiers getting set on first and 10. To the air, it's Mendoza. It's complete to the right. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
The safe call on the wide receiver screen. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
They're trying to throw the screen out to the receiver. The defense, though, having none of that. They're just too physical, they're too fast, and they force a negative play.
On third and long, try to convert through the air. Quickly complete. And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lift.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Looking to throw on first down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. He's got it all right. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Hoosiers!
And it's now the second time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking to throw at St. Clair. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly. What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go. Gonna run it. It's Peoples. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. The Buckeyes need a massive chunk play to move the sticks here on third down.
That's the end of the first quarter. Ohio State 20, Indiana 14.
So we open the final period with a third down play. On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And it's taken away by the defense, and they desperately needed that turnover. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Well, this offense is trying to ice the game. They've got the lead here in the fourth quarter, but it's only by one possession, so you got to be so careful with your decision-making, and that was not a good one by the quarterback. They now turn it over, and they better hope their defense can play well in this sudden change situation.
They'll move the wide receiver. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Got his man on the right. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Back to throw, it's Mendoza. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection this time. Grabbed over the middle. It's Cooper. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up second and 5, third and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
Gets it out quickly. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first.
Well, this tight end is so athletic that at times they'll line him up at different parts of the field. That time he was in the slot. Nice job running the route, finding the open space in the defense for the completion.
Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on fourth down. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. Down a possession here in the fourth, and they'll need to convert on this fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. A bold decision to go for it on fourth down, and one that did not pay off. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And I think if you're the head coach, defensively now, obviously, you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. You're trailing at this point, and the offense is going to be running the football, trying to bleed the clock. They're going to take as much time off the game clock as they can before snapping it. You've got to start thinking about using some of those timeouts.
Fires to the tight end. He makes it up to the 20-yard line before going out of bounds. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better third down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to third down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that were there.
I think in this situation, after that incompletion, 4th and short on your side of the field, the smart play is to punt it away and trust your defense.
And the Buckeyes will try to pin them back with the punt. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Fields the punt. Wants to make a play. Can they catch him? They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
And you needed a big play in the fourth quarter. Who's going to come through? How about the special teams unit tying this football game?
And this team knew how dangerous this guy was returning the ball. They did not want to punt to him very often, but that time, not enough hang time. Cover guys not getting downfield quick enough. You just got to make one guy miss, and then he is off to the races all the way for a touchdown.
Setting up for the extra point that would put them on top. And the extra point gives them a 1-point lead here in the fourth. Man, you just can't put a price on having a guy like that back there to return punts, and he turned that one into a touchdown. If you can do that, I don't know why you don't do it every time. Reduce the risk. Banged it out of the back of the end zone. They'll put it in play at the 25. Starts from their own 25-yard line. The toss to the outside. Finding open areas. Got the first down and more. He rolls all the way up to the 40-yard line before going out of bounds in this running game, making an impact. After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. Looking for a man. It's St. Clair. Throws to the wideout. Got his man. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And you got to be wondering about the psyche of that cornerback now who just gave up the big play. He's going to be looking for that corner route later in the game. He's got to be careful he doesn't overcommit to the outside, because if he does, that could mean a big home run type completion if there's a big in-breaking route by his receiver.
This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Through his hands and incomplete. He normally makes that catch every time. It's 2nd down.
And I like it. Very smart defense. Understanding the clock. Understanding they're going to try to push the ball down the field. Great job playing deep. Breaking on the football.
It's a running room. The chunk plays that they love, and he takes it all the way down to the 10.
What a run. Great speed, great vision, elusiveness, and David, he's tackled down close to the goal line.
Yeah, this offense, when you can run the football like this, man, you will have success, especially in the red zone, trying to get touchdowns.
This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down.
And you know exactly what time it is when you get down here in the red zone. You got to be able to run the football. But when you got a back like this who punches the ball in the end zone consistently almost every single game, you are going to feed that animal the rock.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal. Quarterback making adjustments. Toss to the outside. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. So on fourth down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. He splits the uprights. They take the lead, just over a minute to go, and now, guys, the challenge, try to stay on top. So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They open this possession from their own 20. Looking for a man. It's Mendoza. Here comes the heat. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy in front.
He's trying to get them set quickly. They have to get the ball into field goal range. Looking up top, and time is of the essence. Right on target this time. They corral him out of bounds, mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going.
Love the play call in a 2-minute situation here in the fourth quarter. Out-breaking route so you can make the catch, hopefully get out of bounds and save yourself clock.
Got to get everybody lined up quickly, time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. Wants to go up top on first down. He wants a big play here late. He was off to the races, and maybe another step or two and he would have scored, but they get him at the 21-yard line.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. And the Hoosiers will have it 1st and 10. They'll leave it with him. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
I absolutely hate that play call. At this point of the game, you're trailing, you're trying an outside run. It's a slow developing play, eating up seconds. And if you're going to do that, at least you have to be able to get out of bounds. He wasn't able to do it, and now the clock is ticking and ticking away. That is just not the right play call in this 2-minute situation.
This game will come down to this, a field goal try to save them. The defense will use a timeout here. There are 16 seconds left to play. And this field goal might not put the game in the freezer, but it would ice it down pretty good. It's wise not to be too greedy, and they'll go ahead and send out the field goal unit. This almost certainly to win the game. Oh, they block it. And they got it. Racing down the left side. He's at the 40. At the 20. gets it into the end zone for the touchdown, and it's not just a touchdown. It is a dagger in this game. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he tacks on the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. After this, it'll be a wrap. Corners are going to bail. To the air, it's Mendoza. Here's a throw downfield late. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. So after stumbling around a bit earlier this season, they